Hey everybody, welcome to I'm recording.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
starting recording
recording.
now.
I'm recording
Are,
skibbity
are we?
bop.
Are we? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we'll say immediately. We haven't talked in a while because both of us are very busy people. Unfortunately, what that means is there's going to be a disjointed sense of self as one of us slowly fades away into the ether, and the other person goes, "John, John, come
Tune
back."
into next. Tune into next podcast
John,
to
Master.
figure out when that is.
Master, I'm gonna avoid. We gotta wait. Wait, hold on. You gotta censor out the word podcast. Obviously, the other version for the first like minute and a half, because that otherwise you'll get demonetized.
Wait, you get
technically.
You get demonetized if you say podcast.
Only no other word. Yeah, if they say podcast quotation marks.
Come.
So,
Are you trying to say come?
yes, I'm trying to say come.
Okay, so the fun part is what we'll do is we'll cut out this next like 10 seconds so it doesn't exist, and I'm gonna say trains, beef, cheese, beef bourguignon.
If I hope you know if I'm editing this, I'm not going to cut this out.
And
I'm
then
going to just sound like a lunatic.
and then whenever I say gum, you can put that over it.
I'm going to no, no, you shut the.
No, stop tugging. I'm about a beef bourguignon.
All right, so let's be very clear here. There's only one podcom. It's made of two men, and specifically two women, and specifically two thems. Hold on.
Sorry,
Let me think this through.
I don't know why, but I'm just imagining we should start I'm just imagining us doing an intro, and it's just because it's called we refer to it as the Podcom, and it's like you're joking it too,
Whatever.
the Podcom channel. It's like the fucking Disney, like the Disney one, but it's like a dildo.
The me island. Dun 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 dun.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. You get to have the best orgasm of your life, but every time when you get closer, just that theme starts playing until it's very, very loud, and you're like, "Oh, I'm about to, but this is weird."
Is it like bass boosted loud where you're like,
No, it
Oh,
only
God.
it bass boosts when you nut. But it is unrivaled orgasm, and you can never achieve it unless you have that. Anyway, how have you how have you been? Keeping in mind, this is like the first time we've properly talked to each other in like how long?
months?
Months.
Months.
And the
I
first
keep trying to set up. I like the issue is you live in Australia and I live in America, so basically what happens is we only get to hang out when I don't sleep properly. And unfortunately for our friendship, I've been sleeping properly very often.
I'm very proud of you for that.
No, you're not. You want to hang out with me more?
I
You know it.
but I would rather you sleep.
Yeah, I mean, my girlfriend also gets like the shtick of that because like we usually hang out at, like if I'm it's the choices are hang out with Kit or hang out with girlfriend. Unfortunately, Kit loses off by about half of a micro pico.
Wait, hear me
my
out, hear me
girlfriend.
out, hear me out, hear me out. What if?
No.
What?
No.
All I'm thinking is there's an easy solution to this problem, and you're not talking about it.
No. No, we're not. I'm not putting you three in a room and just saying go. She doesn't like other humans.
Oh no, that's not what
Sisters.
that wasn't. I was gonna say let me become your girlfriend.
Unfortunately, I'm not into polyamory. I'm only into cheating on my ex-wives. I don't have any ex. So there's this ongoing bit that I've been doing with my friends where it's like, as I talk, I progressively talk more and more about ex-wives, and the idea is that when I get older, it becomes more of a believable thing. So like, it's way it's like more like a you stupid idiot now. But when I'm 45 and I say I've been divorced 12 times, it will be way funnier because people will be like, "Wow, you need to keep it together, man." Meanwhile, I'm just sitting there deviously knowing that my friends and I have basically gaslit these people at bars for years. Like, that's the idea.
As you should. As you should.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, kids, gaslighting is fun. As long as it's people you don't know.
That's not. I mean, yeah, of course, absolutely, it is fun, 100% of the time. You know, that's why.
So,
Boy, happy Pride Month.
yay! It is Pride Month. I'm having a wonderful month.
Me too. Feels weird that I'm technically included in Pride Month. But there's no addendum. It just feels weird.
See,
I'm like the guy outside of. Well, go on.
This is how it starts. You get technically included in Pride Month, and then you'll wake up years later, and you're like, "Oh no, I'm gay." You've been infected by proximity.
Unfortunately for me, I don't care. I truly don't care. My gender and identity is I don't care. I really don't care. You could call me a fucking fish, and I'd be like, yeah, that's right.
Based.
That's perfect.
Based.
I couldn't care less. I'm a fish. Like, the meme of the attack helicopter actually applies to me, because it's like, I guess I'll identify as a B-52 attack helicopter if you really want me to. You really want me to. You know?
Rotary cannons or grenade launcher? Oh, sorry, rockets.
Oh, yeah, gotta pick grenade launchers. You gotta pick rockets. Having things go boom boom is just infinitely cooler than like having a cannon that goes pew 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 pew.
Basically, for anyone out there who's confused, I'm asking the question, do you prefer deep damage over time? Or do you go big bonk?
Do you like playing ADC or do you like playing Assassin? That's actually the real terminology for nerd. So, obligatory Fire Emblem.
Oh.
I've been playing Awakening recently as Iron Manning it. Addendum. I've been Iron Manning it, giving myself one restart or one to like revive a unit. A single unit. If multiple unit dies, I have to feed the units into the grinder.
Ooh.
It's been going pretty well. I've died like 30 times because I'm new to Iron Man's. Like, truly new to Iron Man's. But it's given me more appreciation for the units I like and their children. Mostly the units I like. Because the children, you have to work to get. And honestly, can't be fucked. You can't be fucked, girl.
Look,
Can't be fucked.
even in the main game, getting all the children is fun the first time through. But you don't use half of them. Unless you're like min-maxing.
Well, the issue is most of my units die, so I do use most of the ones that I get.
Child
In fact,
warfare.
units will often... Yeah, oftentimes units will die on the process of getting to the children.
It just sounds like
So,
a natural replacement.
It does. That's what eugenics is for, isn't it? Always get something better than the last.
I know that word. Yeah.
You know the word. You don't know the word eugenics.
I don't know the meaning of it.
Eugenics is a. Wait, you know what the Nazis are, right?
I'm aware of them.
You know how they only wanted specific traits in a person?
Yeah.
That's what eugenics is. It's selective breeding to get
Oh.
specified for.
I like breeding.
Oh my god, kid. We are so getting demonetized. This is okay. It's going
Were
on
we
your channel.
ever monetized?
No.
Exactly.
I really hope that peaks the mic. That peaks the mic.
Oh, my mic's already peaked. Because I just raised
Many
my
times,
voice.
yes. Yeah, I mean, I try to keep it intense. So I got asked to do voice acting recently in a Minecraft series.
Ooh.
Now I can't tell, but basically they're like, we need a voice replacement, and they were like, do you want? And I'm like, sure.
Is it like real intense, like proper voice acting, or is it like, I'll show you?
I mean, they want 3 takes per line, so it's like,
Are they serious?
okay, they're actually serious. It's about a Minecraft thing, and I'm like, I will put this on my funky resume.
If they need someone serious but bad, I can give them serious but bad.
How do we release podcast on Spotify, by the way?
Oh,
Do you know?
I have no clue.
We'll have to figure it out. You know what? I'll look into it this week.
Oh, hell yeah. We can become podcast famous.
Okay.
Look, I can sell out and, I don't know, buy meth.
I don't know about that one.
I won't
I don't
use
think
it.
you would do that. Oh, what do you
Just collect
it's a
it.
decoration in your house.
Yeah.
You just
And this
keep a
is
little turn under your pillow for the dirt man.
keep a little bit of meth under my pillow for the meth man.
He shoots his veins so deep.
Oh,
What? I mean, that's Carter. I got into like watching more TikToks recently, which is bad for your brain. Don't do it. And Dirtman has just been all over my For You pages, like on YouTube and TikTok. Everyone has been doing Dirtman. Like it's only Dirtman.
you've entered Dirt Man talk.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of wish I had the ability to actually I can make the Dirt Man in my D&D campaign. I wish you could join, but it's at your 4 in the morning or your 5 in the morning.
Oh, do I want to wake early, do a little bit of D&D, have to probably leave halfway through the session, and then do a full day of work?
The answer is yes, but don't do it. Don't do it. The answer is yes, but don't. And it's the D&D sessions are as chaotic as me, so
Fair enough. So, let's, even though we've been doing this for like, how long is this audio recording? 13 minutes. So,
Yeah,
tell
we're
me,
at
what
13.
have you been up to?
I've been talking about myself for 13 minutes straight, Kit. I'm flipping.
Not right
You gotta
now.
promise me.
I just
Okay.
mean generally in like life. Like, what projects have you been up to besides the voice acting?
Oh, lots of video stuff. Like, I've realized that streaming is gonna get me nowhere in life. The hard truth is, it's much more productive to make videos that will get you viewers than actual streams that you can stream to. Like, basically, streaming is the fun thing, and making the videos is the important thing I've learned.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Kit, you should make more videos.
I should make more videos, but making videos is hard. Here's the problem, right? So what I could do is I could do one of two things. I could.
You could pay me to be your editor.
I would love to do that. And
Honestly.
leading into things later that we'll talk about, I might have the money for that eventually. But
I mean, it'll be cheap for you. We'll talk about it after the podcast. It's because I love you, Home Slice.
it won't be
Is that
cheap
what
for
editing
me.
works?
It won't be cheap for me. I'll fight you. It'll be regular commission price.
No, it won't, because the idea is that you have more money later because we work together now. You're paying me non-existent exposure.
What if I just
Non-existent.
What if I just pay you?
You're not gonna do the thing that I do to House Cat and you, where I just give you too much money. Then we just form an Ouroboros of me giving you two an infinite amount of money. That's just tax fraud.
Yeah, that's
That's literally just wire fraud. We're not doing wire fraud, kid.
Well, that's why we won't be using the wire. We'll be PayPaling.
That's still.
It's got PAL in the name.
I'm too sane to fight the IRS, kid. But yeah, to not actually to deflect to the thing that we're not actually going to cut out, because it's just gonna be 5 minutes of yours being like stupid. What I've been doing recently, other than my video, I can talk about it. I've been having boo-hoo, but I actually have a 9-to-5, so this is kind of a pain in the ass.
Oh, boo-hoo. I thought you said woohoo, like Simsex.
Woohoo! Wahoo!
Woohoo!
Mario number 1.
Yeah.
I've been forced to play Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon again. I need it for 10 seconds of footage. So
What? What? No. What do you need 10 seconds of footage for?
I'm talking about Est, and I'm talking about how Est is a really bad unit at first that needs time to grow.
Oh, yeah.
But there's not much footage of that online that I could just use and be like, here. Like, I can't just credit some guy in the description. Like, if I would, I could. But it's a little bit more complicated. You have to... I'm too lazy to... And it's just more effective for me to be like, I'm going to play the entire game. And then just make a video on the game next month.
Yeah.
Call it something like... The game that actually saved Fire... The game that actually saved Fire Emblem. To be fair, Shadow Dragon did actually save Fire Emblem.
I thought Shadow Dragon nearly
like...
killed Fire Emblem.
Yes, retroactively it almost did, but also at the same time, you know what it invented that kind of revitalized the franchise?
Marth?
No, reclassing.
Oh.
That came from Shadow Dragon. And that's like a huge mainstay staple in all of the Fire Emblem games because it's one of the strongest points of them now. It's the class recustomization system.
Okay, but I don't use that at all. We bowl with what we were given.
What is wrong with you? You gotta make everyone a princess.
I grew up on... Look. I grew up on the first Fire Emblem game in the West. You had to earn those fucking classes, and you stick with them to the end of the game like a good fucking boy, and you kill Nurgle like a bitch. Yes, I will have 5 Cavaliers, and I fucking earned them.
Why would you keep 5 Cavaliers? There's like 2 good Cavaliers in the first Fire Emblem.
Sorry, Knights, I mean.
Nurgle... Well, you were correct. Nurgle is... What do you mean, knights?
Oh, well,
you only get like 2 per game.
No, because, wait, hear me out. So, it's been a while since I've played Fire Emblem.
So
Cavaliers turn into knights, right?
Dussel? Cavaliers turn into paladins.
Paladins, that's the one I'm talking about.
Great Knights is... There are quotation mark knights. They're called Great Knights. But they're chunky paladins. They're like a hybridization of both knights and paladins. So they're great knights.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Black Knight, which is a very good antagonist.
Look, I'll throw it back to the... I'll throw it back on the Black Knight. He's sick as fuck.
I'm gonna be real, I don't think he's interested in anyone. I think he's too preoccupied in his revenge fantasy to do anything like that.
He hasn't seen me throw it back. We've got time.
I'm pretty sure you throwing it back is not going to make him less obsessed with Ike. That character is a very,
Might make
His
him.
entire plot craven. He's like, that guy does not kid. There are also way better choices in that like thing. Like, there's like pirate ladies. There's racist who turns into not racist, who seems to be like a fan favorite actually. Everyone likes the racist. Weirdly enough, Jill.
I'm too busy sending the kids into battle.
Okay.
Look, I have a problem, and it's whenever you give me a character that is a child, I am like, sick. I'm gonna feed you like performance enhancing drugs, and you are gonna be my most powerful unit because it's funny. Because like, hear me out. There's like three different things. There's like the fucking basic fighter, and it's just like, grr, I am the fight man. Which, if they were the enemy, would basically just be the barbarian. And like, yes, every character has personality, but I mean like Dorcas from the first Fire Emblem game, how he's just like, oh, like his whole thing is like, yes, I'm fighting and I want to raise money so I can have family and or protect what I have of my family because wife is dead or wife is sick. I don't know. Anyway,
Wife dead. Me sad.
yeah, basically.
Wife dead.
It's starting to
Me
sound
have X.
smash. But yeah, basically he's just like, I'm a hired thug. And then the good guys come over and they're just like, but what if you were good? And then he goes,
This happens so often. I am so tired of this trope in this series.
No, it's so good.
No, I'm so tired of it being like, actually, I'm a sexist. Oh, there's a hot girl. Wow, my misogyny leads me to be a good person. Do you know how many times I've seen this trope in Fire Emblem?
No, okay, I tell you what they need to do. They need to have a game with like 5 characters that all do that, and so like they have a character arc with all of them together, and it's just like, man, we're really bad soldiers if the good guys talk to us. And like have a conversation like that with them all and just be like, this is really weird. Why does this keep happening?
I think
Maybe it's a good sign that we joined this army because the other army keeps defecting.
You know, I've been this funky monkey, chunky monkey.
Oh.
Chunky monkey time is not. We are not. So the issue with the enemy defecting every fucking time is that when enemies defect, like, actually I like it. I kind of like it too. I just have a problem with it being the same 3 archetypes. Hi, I'm the bandit who has severe family issues. Hi, I'm the bandit who doesn't have a family, who speaks like this. Ah, yar, I see the way I got talking to you. Good here, honey. I'm tired of that. Like country bumpkin bandit.
Oh yeah.
And I'm tired of the sexist, sometimes kidnapper, swordsman who like goes puppy-eyed for some random woman he's never seen before. Like, I'm so sick and tired of like Navarre, Guy. I like Guy, but God, Guy is unbearable.
Which one's Guy?
The guy with the hat.
Right, in the first Fire Emblem game?
Yes, the first. Technically, I think it's the 6th or the 7th. There's so many of them.
Look, it's just called Fire Emblem. They'll figure it out.
Technically, the first Fire Emblem isn't actually called Fire Emblem. But, you know.
What?
It always devolves to fire. Yeah, it's... I'm talking about the original one. Like, the first one.
What was the first one
I think it's
called?
called Fire Emblem... I think it's called Blade of Light. Let me Google it real quick so I don't misinform everyone.
Yeah, motherfucker, it's called Fire Emblem, like, First Fire Emblem game. Box art. Oh shit, am I gonna be dumb? Oh shit. No, you might be right. Oh no, what have I done?
I am.
Shadow Dragon
It's
and the
Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light. I told you, I was right. It's just called, the remake is just called Shadow Dragon. The first one is Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light. I told you I was. So Fire Emblem was actually a spot that was just there for the taking. You're mad about this, aren't you?
No, I'm literally just looking at the box art and they all fucking say like Fire Emblem thing, Fire Emblem thing, and then I'm looking at the box art for the first one. Does it fucking say Fire Emblem? Or at least I think. I can't. I need to Google Translate this shit. Wait.
It should be Fire Emblem, the Shadow Dragon, and the Blade of Light. I think it's like. It's not called Gaiden. Gaiden, I think, is the. Which one is Gaiden?
Gaiden's the second one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Gaiden is the one. That's Gaiden is Shadows of Valencia's original one.
Yeah. So fun fact: Fire Emblem Gaiden. The word Gaiden basically translates to side story.
But this story is way better than the first game.
And we never go back to it. Da 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 da. Well, we kind of do.
I mean, in Heroes technically, but
No, because
nobody.
Because they take place in the Fire Emblem Awakening.
No, it's the same. Wait, really?
Yeah, you know fucking Wolhart? He's the ancestor of them. That part where you go
or
not ancestor, fuck.
Descendant. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
Fuck, my
like,
audio just stopped for a second. All right, we're back. Yeah, so you know how there's like the two fucking lands right next to each other? The one on the left, that's Valencia. Because the main part, you're the ancestors of Marth. So, descendants, sorry. Yeah.
Oh! It's called Valm!
Yeah, and like,
Oh
it's a
my
big guy in red
God.
armor. From the fucking...
My brain has been blasted! Oh my God. How am I this dense? I see. It's like, it's clearly the thing in front of you to be like, this is for nostalgia.
You know how you
And
can
it's like,
fight
I was too busy
Grima at
doing
the end of
eugenics
it?
to fucking see anything.
Yeah, he's a... Oh, okay, sit the fuck down. Sit down. Okay, so basically, you know, Awakening and Shadows... Awakening is their descendants. So you have Crom, which is the descendant of Marth. Shut up! They will sit down and they will learn like good children, because no one listening to this has time to listen to this, because we're doing a podcast and we're not. Anyway, so Chrome, Fire Emblem Awakening, right? You play as the descendant of Marth, which is the person from the first Fire Emblem
they don't
game,
care
and you are in the same land. When you're going through, there is Wolhart the Conqueror in the land of Valm.
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's called Valm. But which used to be called Valencia.
Yes.
Yeah, it is their descendant. When you play Shadows of Valencia, you go through
Valm,
that,
yes.
and you see Grima as like a little boss fight that's like secret, because you can go to the mainland where you can go. Like how you can go from... Is that what the main... Okay, yeah. So you can go from... Altia. Like, you can go to the other side and fight Grima for a bit.
Yes, it's called Altia.
Whereas in Awakening, Grima's the main big bad guy enemy. And you know how... Wait, how could you fucking get it wrong? I mean, how could you get confused that they're, like, right next to each other? Because, fucking, remember when you play fucking Shadows of Valencia and the Pegasus trio fly over from the other land?
Yeah, but I didn't put two and two together that there was... Look, I didn't put two and two together that Valm and Valencia are the same place. I thought because, like,
Okay.
you know how like, Valm is Japanese as shit, and, like, Valencia is not Japanese
You have
in the
one
slightest.
chance to redeem yourself
They
here.
weebified
So when you get
the
to the
living
end
fuck
game
out of,
and you can
out of
unlock
Valencia,
Warheart to
you
play
know?
as him. Wait.
What?
Sorry, no,
haven't
not
gotten there.
the end of Valencia, the end of Awakening, sorry.
See, I
When you
haven't
get to
actually
the end
gotten
of
to
Awakening and
Valencia,
you have all
so-
like the little DLC, like, ooh, you can unlock Wallheart. You know the other guy? I forgot what his name is. Blue hair. He's classed as the hero. Yeah, okay, you do know. Yeah, that's Ike's Descendant. Okay, you have redeemed yourself.
Ike's Descendant or some shit like that?
Look, they share the same world. That's
Isn't
as best
Talos
we
like in a
get.
different fucking plane though? I don't think so. I'm gonna be real. I think it's like a vague likeness.
searching
I
this
think
up.
it's just kind of like a
You-
a situation where it's like, hey, it looks like the guy I like. Cause I'm pretty sure it's.
No, he has Ragnar.
I don't think he gets. I don't think he actually gets Ragnar.
I'm
I think he gets
90%
Aether,
sure.
but not
Okay,
actual
Priam.
Ragnar.
There we go. Priam. Profile,
Ragnar?
personality,
There's no
hero.
way.
Yeah, he has Ragnar and a tomahawk.
Is Priam a...
Here we
There's-
go. Let's see his fucking thing. So he does not
Put that
appear
shit
main
back on the
story,
other
blah, blah,
continent.
blah. Recruited through
Get
paradox,
out.
he claims to be the descendant of the Radiant hero and possesses Ragnar, implying that he is a descendant from Ike and even wears a similar headband. Yeah.
Oh my god, they really just tried to slap everything together in Awakening, didn't they?
Fortnite Battle Pass. I got shit in my ass.
So anyway, Fortnite Big Chungus. I did it. I'm an ass. Do you think people are gonna pause at that moment and be like, I hate this. I hate this, and stop watching? You think there's gonna be a drop? I mean, to be fair, like usually, like the percentage of people who watch the podcast is actually way lower than people like than normal videos because, but like the retention rate I assume is higher for those people because the people who just watch podcasts just turn it on and just keep listening to the podcast. Ooh.
Tranquilize
Unless you're
this
Joe Rogan,
elephant.
where they
Pants
talk
grab.
about tranquilizing elephants all the time.
Anyway. I don't know why, but that reminded me of the fucking I'm very hungry.
You have been a very
Bring
naughty
me
boy.
the pepper. What, pants grab? Yeah, there's a fucking meat
I mean,
canyon.
it's definitely like very Meat Canyon-esque.
Meat Canyon is very hit or miss for me. Sometimes it's like
I
the
love Meat
funniest
Canyon
fucking thing in the
videos. Meat
world,
Canyon
and
is
then
so funny.
sometimes I'm like, buddy.
For me, I grew up on like South Park style humor, so Meat Canyon has always been like a soft spot for me because it's like after
Wait,
I
let
got
me
really
hit you with
into
something.
South Park when I was a teenager,
And the outcome
I
of
was
this
like,
determines
well,
whether we keep
edginess.
going on
Oh,
this
yeah.
podcast. Do you
'Cause,
like Big Mouth? the Netflix. Oh, okay. You're safe from my wrath. You are.
I
You're
haven't
safe
seen it,
for
so I
now.
refuse to answer. I've
Yep.
heard good things and bad things about Big Mouth, so I'm going to assume that Big Mouth has a really polarizing fan base. Apparently, I've heard that Big Mouth is the most. Sometimes
Look,
it hits
I've not
really
seen
hard
it. It
in the
was
mark,
just
but most of the
ruined
time it's the
for
most
me before
bland
I could
fucking
even
thing on
have
the
the
planet.
chance
That's
to
what I've
watch
been
it.
told.
By someone being like, ha ha ha, hey, come here, watch the gag reel of this show with no context. And I just had to sit there with it on loudspeaker with a fucking in uni when I was at uni years ago. And it was really out of context, really loud, really cringe, made me feel really uncomfortable. And I've never watched Loudmouth, and I don't think I ever will. Some people might be like, "Oh my god!" Oh, sorry, is it Big Mouth or Loudmouth? Right, let
Oh,
me.
loudmouths. Oh. I think. Well, there's a bunch of things. Oh, I'm thinking about, but yeah,
Oh, I love
Big.
BoJack.
I've heard mostly bad things about Big Mouth. I've heard BoJack Horseman is one of the bad, but I've heard really good things about BoJack. I've heard like Big Mouth like mixed stuff,
Fairy Tale.
and I've heard that what is it? Whatever the fucking fairy tale one is, all right.
Oh, are you talking about the one that's from the creature?
Fairy Tale is
creature? Sorry, the
Yeah,
creature?
that's
Are you
bad.
talking
That is
about
just
the one
bad.
that's from the creator of Futurama?
Like
Uh,
the Dan Harmon? No, not. It's not Dan Harmon. It's maybe. I need to watch Futurama. Every single time I've heard such good things about
It's
Futurama,
coming back.
and since Futurama isn't
They're
like The
doing
Simpsons,
more
you don't
of
have
it
to
apparently,
watch
so you
3,000
never know.
episodes. I can just chug through that on like a work night one day. Let old things die. Give them rest. Stop rebooting things. Oh, it pisses me off to no end that everything is getting a reboot and re-release and rehash and like leave Star Wars alone.
The problem
we've had
is
enough Star
that
Wars. We've had enough
people
Marvel.
keep, like,
We don't need any
obviously
more of
big
that
franchise.
shit.
People love it, and it's a safe, easy
Make-
market. You can kind of just keep creating stuff, and well, you know, people are going to buy it. But also, if you keep focusing on the new thing, sorry, on the old thing, and keep trying to expand that universe and get into like, hey, here's the new movie about the fucking microscopic dust that was here in this one episode for 30 seconds, like, yeah, sure, people are going to fucking buy it because, you know, if it's Star Wars, people like Star Wars. Like, it's probably going to keep being successful. But you also neglect to realize that if you create something, you can keep getting more franchises. If you keep going to the drawing board, yes, some things might suck, some things might not sell as well, but you can still make new stuff. And like that's the problem with a lot of games nowadays as well, where they're just like, you know, the whole new Super Mario Bros. And it's like it was just the old Super Mario Bros. On a new console. Yes, it's technically a new game, but like, come on.
I think Mario is a special case where Mario it's usually acceptable because it's like we're like I hate giving Nintendo any form of credit because Nintendo's really like has a lot of bad developer habits where they're really aggressively against their communities. But a lot of times they re-release stuff when it doesn't sell well or they re-release stuff that they think it will be good on a certain platform. Like most of the Switch releases were because most Wii U games just didn't do like well at all. But whereas like it's to take it back to like what you were saying, like there's a huge difference between rehashing something in a way that's like unique and like butchering stuff. And at the same time, there's when you're remaking games, which is why we should like separate the movies and the games, because movies are more complicated because you don't just I mean games are more complicated. Movies are more simple because you could just recreate it scene for scene, uh, and like reinterpret it. Like that's the only real way you can rehash something, unless you turn it into a series. Whereas as game, you have to create the feeling of the game before, while also updating the graphics. But oftentimes players will have gripes if you just re-release a game in its old version in the new form. Like take Spyro, right? Spyro Remastered was an incredible like remake, because they brought everything up to code. They added more like voice lines, I think. They like they re-recorded stuff, and like the animations are so fluid and well made, and it's like a full complete
Oh
package,
God, The Last
right?
of Us.
But if you look at like The Last of Us, for example, The Last of Us 1, it's just the same game, but with slightly shinier paint. And I think that is like there's a huge difference that like with like reinterpretation and rehashing. In movies, reinterpretation is can be like the laziest thing possible, or it can be like monumentally unique. Like now, I hate this movie because it sucks. But the Winnie the Pooh movies, like the Winnie the Pooh movie, like the horror one, is like a taking of an old concept and turning it into a new like idea. Sure, it was like schlop filler, but like The Lion King, for example, no, I don't want to. I don't want to watch The Lion King, but filled with a bunch of like expensive actors and a bunch of CGI. When the old ones are masterpieces anyway, and the only reason that you oh, do you want to talk about like content control and like and how like like do you also hate the fact that like Disney movies and like
getting
Nintendo
to that
games
in a
are
second.
like stuck in content
Going
jail
back to
forever
your
and will
previous
never see
point,
the light of day?
of like
very small releases.
them just kind of having like just adding on shit that doesn't need, and just fucking shitty same all the time. I think the problem I think the problem I think a problem is not having enough added to things. So you can have something made again and again, but as long as something is added to it, it's at least nice. Or like it has to have like a quality to it. So I'll say a lot of a problem
it's
with
fine.
Star Wars and all the fucking what feels like Marvel post fucking Thanos is that you have all these technically unique things, but we've kind of seen it all before. Like it's gonna be some person is like
Bad guy,
like,
bad guy kidnaps girl. Girl gets rescued by
it's
Spider-Man.
Like, I'm just a normal guy in my normal
fucks
life.
with Spider-Man.
Oh no,
Spider-Man
I've
sad.
encountered the
Iron Man
MacGuffin
villain.
of power, and now I am I might be able to control the power. Time to take me into the new world. And the new world could be like, I don't know. The new world could be like an actual new world, or it could just be like, here's this secret place
Marvel
in New York that no one knows about, yet it's somehow magical as fuck.
Oh. Or if it's
basically
Captain America, this is actually a secret spy base. Hey, like I get it. Look, the thing that bugs me about like Marvel is they keep rehashing villains. Essentially, they kept doing this for years. I don't know if it's better in the newer Marvel stuff, because I'm gonna be real. Like most people, I checked out after Infinity War and Endgame. Most people like me were just like, I think I'm good on Marvel for now. Bye. And you know, we just stopped listening to Marvel stuff. But there's this huge problem with Marvel where they have a villain that's just, what if I'm Iron Man, but actually I'm evil? I'm a serious egotistical inventor that has problems. Guess what? Now I have an Iron Man
Okay,
suit
hear me
because
out.
I
Hear me
think
out.
I am right.
That was
What if I'm
fun
just Spider-Man
when it wasn't like a
but have black skin
continued
and I'm an
fucking
alien?
universe that like interacts with each other. When it was
I
just
like
like
Venom.
the first like the Iron Man movies, and it's like, you know, that one guy that was just Iron Man but evil and had whips. Like that was kind of cool. I like that. But also like if you went like 3 movies down the track and he's still around, and but it's also in like Doctor Strange, it's gonna be like, come on, man, like you fucking just bad Iron Man and you're shit. Like I don't want to see you, get out of here. Like it was cool exactly once.
Like,
Yeah.
the Peter, like the Raimi movies are, I like, for Spider-Man, I actually really like. And the main reason I really like them is because they know what they are, and they are not like other Superman videos, Superman movies, because they don't take themselves that seriously. I'm gonna be real with you. They are goofy, overly serious in a satirical way. It feels like, and they have their own like tone of comedy. You know, it's one of the reasons why, like, I think superhero movies have like problems. Thor, like Thor Ragnarok, was such a good movie because it did the thing that most movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe failed to do. Like, except for Guardians of the Galaxy and like that series, which is why that one's super beloved, and Deadpool. It took a tone that wasn't just, hi superhero, hi other superhero, quip 1, quip 2, fight bad guy, quip 3, quip 4, quip 5, quip 5, quip 6, quip 6 again. Like, it didn't just give you whiplash from all the shitty quips, and it's like, it had its own form of comedy. Like, you could actually laugh at the stuff. It's, we're so sick and tired of like this quotation mark comedy where all you do is just go, haha, we're ending them. Watch your language. There are children watching. Like, I don't want to watch another 50 episodes of like Marvel movies that are just
like there's
quips
this
after
kind
quips
of
after
weird
quips.
writing where it's
It just
like
feels like lazy writing.
it's cheap humor where they're just like, oh, we can put something in here, like let's do it. Where like sometimes even just silence would be better. Where they're like, you know, fucking Spider-Man will be versing, I don't know, strong person A, B, even fucking C, like, and I don't know, they throw a rock at him and he's like, and he catches it and he's like, whoa, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place, and then throws it back, and it's like, but also he could have that when he has that attitude and it's someone like fucking useless and it will be like a 2-second fight, sick, cool, love it, like that's cool. But when it's like Venom and it happens
Every single,
yeah, when it happens like all the time
every
and it's
single
during
fight
even
is like,
serious fights and stuff like that,
Venom?
like there is a time and a place, and I think like the oh god, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, like they don't always hit the best with that sort of tone, but sometimes they do. Like when god, it's been a while since I've watched the first one, when like basically the Vulture fucking dies. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like I don't remember there being a lot of
Vulture?
oh, fuck it. Fuck off. When did that movie come out?
Vulture
Let me
Oh, sorry.
Holland.
Spoilers
What's
for
the
the
first
Spider-Man
one
movie.
called? Far From Home? No.
I think it's just, no. Far From Home is the second one's. Homecoming? No. Spider-Man Not Across
Here
the
we go.
Spider-Verse. That's like one of the best
It
movies ever made.
is- Okay, yeah, those are Spider-Man movies. Homecoming. Yeah, so keep in mind, it has been a while since I've
I
seen
was
it,
right,
but
it
I don't
was
remember them being
Homecoming.
like a lot of quips towards the Vulture, like when it was in serious moments,
point.
and like he fucking dies, and like at the end of it, when he dies, he doesn't just go talk about hitting like two birds with one stone.
Oh, it's really sad when he died. It's like super, super depressing. Like unironically, that movie has one of the best like Spider-Man villains, because that's just a dude trying. Like it's actually the proper like a proper representation of like
Yeah.
a true Spider-Man villain, where like most Spider-Man villains are just people trying to get by who just use crime as like their way to get by. Often,
You keep
like
you keep explaining about
like
this.
a
I
lot
need to
of
go pee
Spider-Man
real quick.
villains are that, plus they have
have
like
my headphones on
some
so I can
crazy
hear.
motive that they have. Okay, got it. So one of the real reasons I like the Vulture from the Spider-Man Homecoming movie is because he feels like a person. Like it doesn't, because he doesn't really is less quips in that movie and more just character moments. And like I like it when movies, especially in the Marvel movies, know what they're doing in a way that makes it so that it feels like a genuine connection is made between characters. Like the reason why I think Guardians of the Galaxy works, and I think the reason like Spider-Man works often, is because the characters actually give a shit about each other. Like this happens in the rest of like it's happened in Civil War. It happened in like with like the Winter Soldier. But like often these Marvel movies have like characters that will just keep quipping, and it doesn't feel like they've made a connection or like the quipping has a purpose. But like in Spider-Man, the character moments are so well done. In especially Homecoming, the Vulture scene with the prom, where they're taking the girl to prom, is oh my god, where it's like he pulls up and he's like, it's just this cold, dense character moment of pure dread because you know what could possibly happen. But even though it's a Spider-Man, it's like they had the balls to be like, hey, this villain is a person. He has feelings. He has a family life. This is what he would do in this situation, and you're brought to the reality.
Yeah,
Of,
they kind of did the Green
possibly
Goblin
ruining
thing,
this
but
person's
better.
family, and then he proceeds to ruin this person's family. It's like, yeah, it's very well written. Where it's like, the Vulture was written as a character that has connections that they prioritize. So it's less like I'm quippy and more like, no, you are ruining my livelihood. I give a huge shit about my family. You are making it so I cannot make a living. I am so fucking tired of this shit. Leave me alone and my family alone.
I think
Who
that's
cares if
something
a
that
couple of, like,
that kind of
those-
seriousness
those go missing.
sometimes, or like that ping pong between like,
Or like,
well, hey, I'm Spider-Man. I'm the man spider, and then just like, oh fuck, this is actually really serious. Like I think once again going back to Iron Man, although like it's the early Iron Man movies, so you have a lot of fucking you have like a lot of Michael Bay. But like there are a lot of times
the first one.
where he's just kind of not Iron Man. He's just kind of Tony Stark in a situation. And I kind of like that. Like the whole fucking thing where he loses his suit. Like he has a battle and like then it gets like shot down and run out of power and he has to fix it and he has a whole ass panic attack about it. And he's not just like, damn, this sucks. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
yeah, like the third movie where he has to go and he just talks to he lives in the kid's basement or like the shack. Yeah, and he has a fight with the villain, and he is completely underprepared for that shit. Yeah, because, like, I do like it when characters are vulnerable, vulnerability is, I think, at the core of what I want in a superhero movie. Oftentimes, these superhero movies will have the characters be this unstoppable force, and it's like, we've seen this before. I don't need... You could just stop. But, like... By vulnerability, I don't mean strip them of their power.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked for Iron Man because Iron Man is identity, is his power. But it didn't work for Thor in like the Dark World and those movies, because Thor's power isn't that he is the son of... It isn't that he is the Thunder Ragnarok guy. It is the fact that he is the son of Odin. So, like, the first Thor did a decent thing where they, like, took away his, like, right to the throne, if I remember correctly. But, like, the second one, it's like, what is he going to lose? Like, why do I care
fair,
about,
I
like,
never
what is
really
this
watched
villain
those
threatening
movies.
Thor? He's just
I
a
watched
grunt.
Ragnarok.
But, like, Thor Ragnarok... Yeah, to be fair, I think I should change the topic because the Thor movies are a blank in my head right now, and I'm gonna be real. I'm not going to rewatch the Thor movies.
If there's one thing
like,
that's cool with
the
characters,
conversation
and
in our
it's
next
also kind of
podcast,
why Spider-Man's cool,
I'm
even
not-
though you know that he's technically holding back and is super strong the entire time, is that like he's just a guy, and I guess technically like the Tom Holland is the least version of this, but also the most version of this, because I would say Tom Holland is the... I haven't... Keep in mind, I haven't seen I haven't seen all the Spider-Man movie from every single version of Spider-Man. I haven't seen
them.
any of the second guy. Was it the Amazing Spider-Man? I think that one was. I haven't watched any of his, but like Spider-Man always kind of seems vulnerable, because with a lot of guys like Thor, you know, like, oh, he's a big fucking strong guy and he's always got lightning and stuff like that. But Spider-Man is just a guy who can cling to walls and is strong. And it's not like fucking deity strong. Like, he doesn't fucking prance around all the time. He's just like fighting people and is usually just like a kid. And like yeah, like he doesn't want to fucking kill anyone.
It's the aspect of the child. Like, I think it's because he's a
And
child.
people keep trying to fucking
like,
kill him, or at least fuck with him.
He's just a high schooler. Again, the Sam Raimi movies completely
I think
different.
he's
Well,
going
hold on.
No,
Is he a high
in the
schooler in
first
those
movie,
movies?
he graduates, and like they're getting a job. That's why he works for the mail.
Oh.
No, the Green Goblin is not the guy who demands photos of Spider-Man.
The green goblin.
I don't know.
Sorry, that's What is his name?
I want pictures of Spider-Man's
You know
butt
what?
on my desk now. Damn it!
We'll see it in the comments.
I wanted it yesterday.
Most likely. That's such a trap. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, I heard
Did
about
you hear that the comic book,
which is sad,
the
because
comic
like
book historian guy
I
passed
kind of
away?
stopped getting a lot of his content. Like I was really into it, and it was so cool. Like this would be about like a year ago or something, and it would just be one of those things where it would like show up on my feed and I'd follow him, and I was just like, holy shit, this is really cool. And then it just kind of stopped showing up, and then but like whenever it did, like a little bit, I'd get really excited and I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's learn about this thing. And then like it felt like a year went past, but it was probably more like, 6 months or something like that. And then I was like, and then I heard the voice, and like an unbridled sense of joy just like came out. I was like, oh my god, I haven't seen this in ages. This is my favorite content. And then I saw the rest of the video. Oh God.
I saw there was a guy who was just like taking his shit on. I hate shorts, by the way. Oh my god.
Ugh,
The reason I'm bringing this up is because there's a guy who's just
God.
taking his scripts word for
We
word.
love
and putting it
reusing
on his channel.
content, but
can
like
you
saying it's
fucking
yours the
not?
entire time. Well, hey, it's basically like AI, but you did it yourself,
I like.
and it's still bad. Oh God, yeah.
Like, especially for dead people, right? Like, humanity needs to just like stop fucking. Now, I don't know the comic book historian guy. I don't know. I didn't know Technoblade, and I like. So I don't have any legs to stand on, but obviously, it fucking peeves me when I see everyone being like, "Watch me look at this dead man's corpse," and see if I can raise him from the dead. Like, can you fucking not do shit like that? Can you just leave the dead people there? Can you not steal their content? Can you not like try to profit off their me profiting off of somebody dying? Totally. No, we don't make any money from this, so this is me just being angry.
Look, if we did make any money from this,
If
it
we
would
made any
just
money,
feed right
I'd
back
I'd feel a
into
little good, but
this.
there's no money, none. Honestly, if we I would dedicate, like, if we started talking about a video
Oh
of, like,
yeah,
about
like
a YouTuber dying,
it would be cool to
I would
feed
take all of the money
like
that I got from something
even
like this and
them
just
if
put
you
it into,
gained
like, a
money
charity that
from
they
them
love.
after death. If it's just like talking about them on a YouTube video, I reckon the nicest thing you can do is take that money. I mean, it differs from person to person because if that's like your content and that your content is like your livelihood, then like okay, I kind of get why you can't do that. But would be nice to like at least to give back to the person who gave to you, because even like they've died, you know, pay respects, give back.
My my brother was really into Technoblade, and he has like a Technoblade plush. He was
I
really
have
sad. Well, he
one of
wasn't
my
like sad like
friends.
forever, but he was like really he
I
was
won't name
annoyed
drop
about it, the
them,
fact that
but
Technoblade was dead.
I mean like only because I feel weird name dropping them. Like I feel like they wouldn't want me to. But you know who you are. They were devastated after Technoblade's passing, and yeah, and like although I didn't know much about him,
Technoblade
like
was such a cool guy.
he still brought smiles to literally like it wasn't whenever someone talked about Technoblade, it wasn't just something like, oh hey, here's a cool like YouTuber and you kind of watched it and you were like, yeah, that was okay. It was like a genuine like people loved Technoblade and seeing yeah, like it was amazing. And then
Well, he was just a genuinely great ass guy,
passed away.
right?
And after like there was falling outs between people, not like people that I know, but I know that like people had falling outs after it. People changed after he passed away, and I think one of the saddest things that I can see, and it's like a good sadness, it's a remembrance thing, where with that one friend, like they do art and animations, and with the stuff that they're doing, I can still see tributes to them. And I was like, when did Technoblade pass? Yeah, let me search it up. Here we go. Yeah, 2022. So it's been 2 years this month. So like, and people are like, you know, some people in although sad in like online spaces just pass away, and you know that's that. Like they might have a month, a few months But you can really see that Technoblade meant a lot to so many people just because even though he's not still around, he's still around, like his presence is felt. And I think that means a lot. I think that speaks to his character a lot. And although I didn't get to really see a lot of his content, besides, unfortunately, the Dream SMP, look, I would say the Dream SMP was cool. The people in the Dream SMP, not so cool. But
Not cool. Yeah. Now let's paraphrase. Let's preface this. We know none of them. We literally know we have not connected in that inner circle. But Wilbur's suit came out that yeah, you can look that shit up. I don't know what to fucking Dream is cringe and also hangs out with minors for some fucking reason. I don't think Dream is a pedophile. Dream, just know this now. He's definitely not one of those. He just makes questionable decisions, and it's like
Dream when shit was going on. Like I was just like, yeah, okay.
I'll let
Dream,
you
fucking,
say what you want to say about Dream.
I don't know. It just like whenever shit came out, it was just like, okay, the shoe fits. It seems like he just was that kind of person. Like it sent like that personality. He just kind of like sunk into it, and I was like, okay, like I didn't expect anything from him. But Wilbur Soot, Wilbur, what the fuck? Like he was so cool, and look at him. Like fuck's sakes, man. Dickhead. What the fuck? Oh, sorry, my Aussie came out there a bit. Like, actually, what the fuck? Like, I think... Sorry, I'm sick of talking about this. I don't want to talk about these guys anymore. They're pissing me off. Fuck. Look, I'd start my own
the Dream
goddamn
people
SMP
never be part
if it
of
was
that.
like with
I
a
don't
lot of
give a
people
fuck
and
if
cool
they don't
shit
give a
happened.
shit about us.
But unfortunately,
Fuck the Dream
I
SMP.
don't really have much things
All
like
right, anyway,
that.
moving.
I don't have the time for an SMP.
Yeah, that's one of my main issues with a lot of collaborative stuff. Time is a
I
bitch.
think
I love time,
a
but
big
I also
problem.
hate it
Sorry
at the
to
same
cut
time.
you
I like
off, but a
having
big
more
problem
time,
I
but
find,
hate
especially
the fact that I don't have enough. I like.
I think a problem I find
No,
is
you're good.
that
I cut you off all the
obviously
time.
going through things. I said it again. A problem I find. Not that what I'm about to say is something that literally everyone deals with. But like going through life, obviously everyone has different time schedules. Some people are unemployed. Some people work full time. I'm about to be working full time. That's something I wanted to talk about. But yeah, I'll be working full time. And it's like, I know a lot of my friends, some people who do work, and they work part time and have different hours. We all have scheduling things. And it's especially hard with large groups. Like I have all my friends that I met through in person and through streaming. And we all live in, like, the same state, yet we can't even fucking... The most I fucking do with some of them is play games on an afternoon when some of them are available, which is not always. So, like, and then that extends to fucking you and me again, where entire... Yeah, like give me your time right now.
We don't have time to do anything because scheduling sucks ass.
Okay, so you're at sucks ass AM, and I'm at sucks ass PM.
I am giving you my time right now.
Would that be correct? Yeah. Yeah, we're exactly 12 hours
Okay.
apart.
Oh, you mean my actual time?
It's
It's 4:43
fucked
here,
up.
a.m.
Look, one of these days, I'm gonna
What's
get
the
rich
meme of
and
like
famous.
what's the meme
One
of
of
the
these
let
fucking
me
projects
in?
that I want to do
Let me in.
is gonna fucking blow up, and I'm gonna be able to extend it to be in America. And I'm gonna fucking, one of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fucking knock down your door, give you some free cool stuff if I can, and then we're gonna do an in-person podcast or just hang out. We could just play games.
Yes.
Oh, what's a knockoff of the Game Grumps?
We could do both at the same time. We could call it the gamer
The
edition
video
podcast.
game, the Game Goblins, Game Goblins.
The grumpy gambers.
Game Grumplings. Yeah, there we go.
Game grumplins.
I'm a bit grump.
We could just be the
I'm not
game
as
grumplings.
grump.
I'm
sure
not
did.
so grumpling.
I grew up fucking
and
with
we're the grumplings.
fucking Ego Raptor.
I grew up with Game
oh,
Grumps, did you?
Ego Raptor.
Oh.
But yeah, something leading me into
Yes.
little things that I was talking about before. Sorry, I won't go into what I was talking about before because I cut you off as you were talking one time. What were you talking about? Sick. We're gonna go ahead with me talking about shit that I wanted to talk about.
You expect me to remember it after all this time?
After cutting you off.
Sister, I would just want to let you know there was a time where I tuned out and like my brain went
But don't worry,
static
that's
during talking
exactly
for a
how
full
I felt when
20
you were
seconds,
talking
and I'm like,
about like movies.
shit, I'm
and
doing a
stuff.
podcast. I have to be tuned in.
I sat there for a
Shit.
while and I was like, I know some of these words. But yeah, so something big changes in my life recently, or big change coming up in my life. So with me, I getting a full-time job now, but one that'll take away a lot of my time. Wow, I'll still be streaming, but it'll be back when I had my other full-time job where I basically went through and I streamed a bunch in like fucking 5 o'clock after I got home and would go for like maybe 2 hours. It would just be something like that again where I just do quick 2 hour streams. Not that I already only do 2 hour streams once a week, but ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
You definitely.
Here's
I
the
don't
thing.
think you should.
I
do
would
that. I'm gonna be
love
real.
to
I think you should only do it for like 3
do
days a
like
week
that
and
full
work on-
time,
on
but
videos for 2.
Oh, I said full
You
time.
gotta-
Yeah, sorry. I would love to do that, like part time, and make that a chunk of my week. But I've had some cool projects going down.
Part time.
And having a full time job allows me to have money to go into making things. I'm trying to make a company, a brand, if you will. Not a company, a brand. Shit, that's good. No.
Is it a t-shirt called whitewoman.com?
I want to make... I'm going to go into it fully. I'm going to make, like, social media going around, making lots of videos and stuff like that, slowly working my way up doing stuff. But what I want to do is I want to start from... I've already kind of got I've got the seed planted, and it's grown the tree. But I want to create a brand. And this kind of works a bit nowadays from what I hear. The company that I'm about to stop working for, where the owners are like, oh, people are really interested less about the company and more about the people nowadays, and like the unique individuals and like their average life. Not average life, their everyday life. And what goes on behind the scenes. And what I want to do is I want to start something. And I'm not necessarily saying too much because I'm not sure if I want this to be tied to what I want to make. I think it will just be the people who know me and know what I've done. But I want to start with, I'll just create a new fresh TikTok. And I'm just going to be like, hey, I'm creating a brand. And I'm making a new one
I'd advise against making a new
I'm making a new one just because I want people to be able to scroll back to the very start when I say, hey, I'm starting a brand. This is my idea, and go through the entire logged process of me doing stuff and getting to my modern day. I want people to interact with me, or I want people to be able to interact with me, see what I'm doing, and have like a logged account.
Okay, but
yeah, I won't talk about it until
what is your
I'm
brand
100%
going
sure.
to be about?
But
actually, you said you wouldn't.
So
talk
something
about
that you can go through, and sorry, I made that sound like I was about to start talking about what I was going to say, but I won't. Yeah, so it's the brand would be something
I've
that I would
gaslighted
start
you
up,
into revealing your secret.
and you'd be able to go through the entire process. But it would also be a mixture of like that fucking corporate, like, hey, we spent a lot of money on this advertising, wow, and mixed in with a lot of the like, hey, this is what I was doing today, I designed this, I think this would be cool to sell, tell me about this. Here's something that I don't see a lot of people do because people say it's bad, and I want to start a brand, and I want to go against the status quo. I want to be able to talk about anything I want to talk about within reason. I want to talk about, hey, I had a bad day today, and this is how I got over it. I want to go through and say, hey, I had a wonderful day. Here's what happened. I want to say, hey, this is something I'm working on. I want to say, hey, it's a good day outside. Make sure you take advantage of it. I want to go through and I want to be like, you see the cool brand stuff, but also to an extent, you see me as a personality. And we mesh well and create something that everyone can enjoy.
Good. Yes.
Yes.
Fish.
I understand. No.
Yes. Do you? I have no idea. I think I can't do any longer of a podcast this time. My brain is literally like all.
It's all right. We haven't done this in forever.
I keep tuning out, and it's like it makes for a bad podcast if you turn out too much. So I'm gonna.
I'll say
what I think
we'll
we should
give
do
it
is we should
not
book another
next
time,
week,
like next week, to record another podcast and then release it next
I'm
month.
not sure how I will be feeling, but in 2 weeks, yeah. Yeah.
2 weeks is. Yeah, you'll get back to me. Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Oh God.
I am so tired. Jesus Christ! I woke up at like 10:30 today. In the morning.
On the upside, with this new job,
I did get 3
it'll
hours
force
of sleep,
me
so
to start doing things
tired,
later at night.
You know what happens?
Obviously, like with a hard cutoff time for when I go to bed, but it could mean like instead of you staying up late and doing something, it could mean that you could go to bed and rise early for a podcast instead. So I could do things at like 7 o'clock, which might be better. I don't know, food for thought. Anyway, end of podcast time. Hello? Hello? Oh, hi, yes, hello. Yeah?
Kid.
What's up?
Kid.
Don't you make...
Kid.
Oh, God, okay, good, you can hear me. What's up?
question. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Did you? No, you didn't leave the call.
No, they can't hear. Okay, so for reference, I'm just hitting noises on my Discord. Yeah, Discord
Can they hear
sounds.
that? A bunch of Discord sound. What the fuck is this? What?
Anyway, thank you all so much for coming down to the podcom. Make sure to jork it real hard for the boys.
Scaring me.
I'll see you in the next time. Skibbity bum dada.
Stop. I'm gonna get you. Jeez. I'm gonna jump into the ocean. All right, now that kids can no longer talk. Be